Played at Premadasa Stadium, Colombo. But now they're giving a feel they have a hang of Hasaranga's bowling. That's nice. Nicely driven into the gap. And that's third boundary from the bat of Bangladeshi captain Mehdi Hasan.
Yeah, he's starting to mean business here. That's the wrong and little bit over pitched. And look at how he leans into it, saw it, and went through extra cover. Big gap on the offside.
Yeah, full stride in. And no holding back. Gave everything to that stroke by the Hasan Miraz.
Yeah, one thing about Hasaranga is I don't think he's 100%. You could see that he's got a slight limp. He's not moving as easily and freely as one would like him to do. Just concerned whether this spell can aggravate his situation and not allow him to play in the T20s.
He's a fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, Sri Lanka will be hoping, because that's his speciality. He does well in the 50 overs, but he's created that position for himself in the T20 format. Another single, 7 runs off the over, 81 for 3. Well, the two worms at the moment hugging each other, but if you look at the end of that Sri Lankan worm, those clusters of dots really stem that flow. Sri Lanka at one stage was looking at around 300 plus, but Bangladesh did a fabulous job in the last 10 overs, reining in again and just making sure that they had Sri Lanka at a manageable score. He's back, Chamira, bowled with good pace. 1 for 26, provides that cutting edge in pace. And he is hitting that bat hard.
And he has bowled with a lot of control. He's been consistently clocking around 142. And with that pace, to be able to land the ball consistently on a good length, it tells you that he's growing in confidence. Never easy when you're making a comeback.
Tawhid Ridoy, that's another player with immense potential for Bangladesh. Oh, well done. Very good fielding at cover. That is outstanding work. So important. Kamidu Mendes.
Fielding during the test matches was questionable, but in ODI series, it has lifted. See fielders putting much more effort. I invented quite a few things. Catching has been brilliant. Remember that Ileana Gay catch? Was stunning.
That's right. The fielding has been very sharp in the one-day series. The throwing has been doing good. Catching has been outstanding. Some stunning catches, effecting runouts. So that has been also helpful for Sri Lanka. And they've turned up in their numbers. I must say, for a working day, for a weekday, it's a good crowd in Pallekele, and they always... They're very faithful when it comes to watching cricket. They come in their numbers, enjoy their cricket. Nicely done, nicely done. Short delivery. Look at the way how he rides the bounce, hits it down and into the gap.
And he's got plenty of time, Tawheed Rudoy. Have a look. At the last moment, knew where the gap was and was able to hit the ball into the gap with control. Yeah, talking about Pallekele crowd. Not only they turn up in numbers, enjoy their cricket, but they jazz it up for the players as well.
Do. They absolutely do. This time square, and that's for back-to-back boundaries. He's fighting fire with fire. Short deliveries, pull through mid-wicket, short and wide, and goes through the offside.
This is the advantage as a batsman you get if you stay still. See the ball coming out of the hand of the bowler, pick up the length early, you get rewarded. You do. Have a look. He picked the ball very early and got into a very good position.
Dot to end the over. 8 runs off it. 89 for 3.
At Mattress Man, we know we all sleep differently. You could say we really know our stuff. You tell us all about your sleep and we guide you softly to the right mattress. Through top brands like Silent Night and Arthur, you find the right one for your pocket. We deliver it for free and you try it for 60 nights. And now, with 15% off all our mattresses, trust Mattress Man to find your perfect sleep. Go to mattressman.co.uk.
Now this partnership is very important for Bangladesh. This is the partnership they need to try and create the base. Because then they got Shamim next. They got Chakra coming in. So Zakir, I must say. That's beautifully bowled. Wanindu Hasaranga. I can tell you something that, see, we talk about the importance of the middle overs. That's from the 11th to the 40th over, and that's where Wanindu Hasaranga generally bowls. And that's where the fielding side of Sri Lanka, they keep looking for, oh, that time wrong foot of the keeper. Had moved a little bit too much, and he gets a boundary. That's clever batting.
Yeah, the wicketkeeper was anticipating a contact with the full face of the bat. It actually hit the splice of the bat, hence went down and went very fine. And boundaries started to flow for Bangladesh now.
Quite a few of them. In the last 18 to 20 balls, I think 6 boundaries for Bangladesh. But having said that, if the wicketkeeper stood in the right position, there was a chance, there was a possibility of that going to glove. But take nothing away from that shot of the skipper. And now Wanindu Hasaranga on his part has slowed it down, and that was pushed through a little bit quicker. But he's looking to bowl in those high 70s, searching for turn, more guile, and looking for that drop. Looking to throw it up over the eye line. So boundary and then 4 dots.
Yeah, he's realized that lighting the ball is not working in his favor, and hence he's darting the ball in. That was a top spinner to end the over. It's 94 for 3.
It starts with an engineer providing access to thousands of Shell EV chargers, helping supply more than 20% of the UK's gas, getting it from here to here investing in people and communities to build skills for the energy transition. Shell is helping power the UK now and into the future.
192 of 31 overs. That's the requirement, which means the required rate is better than a runner ball. But Bangladesh won't worry about it too much at this stage. There is plenty of cricket left in the game. Still the 20th over in progress. It's the middle overs. It's the middle overs now. It's Miraj on strike. And let's see the length Chamira is going to bowl at him.
Well, one thing is for sure, our captain was beaten by the pace. Was there a noise? Chamira asked the wicketkeeper. And that's why Captain Mehdi Hassan looked sheepish.
There was a noise for sure, but oh, good one, really good one. That's a bold one. He was waiting for the short delivery, and that's gone all the way for 6. It's the first 6 of the match, and well executed with 100 up for Bangladesh.
Yeah, a couple of times he has bowled a bouncer, but no effect was created on the batters. Hridoy was able to find a boundary in the previous over. This time it was Mehdi who was able to hit first 6 of this game.
Very well executed. You would expect the short delivery because we do know that Miraj struggled a little bit. That's a good comeback. Well, there was a delivery that went past the outside edge, and we all felt that there was some sound. There was nothing at all. There was a big gap. But as far as the sound is concerned, this sounded perfect. That had a sound, and that went all the way for 6.
Well, let me tell you, the length was edible for the batter, and the sound audible for everybody.
Indeed, went all the way for 6. Again, good running, very good running. Dropping and running. This is good cricket. 39 of 37. The partnership is gradually gathering a little bit of momentum here. And Mehdi Hassan Miraj is the one providing it.
They are very pensive at the moment, crowd. Ever since Mehdi Hassan Miraj has come out and started to find the boundaries, the mood has changed in the Isles.
Certainly has. They've gone quiet. But wait for something to happen. They'll be in full voice. This crowd, as you said, they've been behind the Sri Lankan cricketers. Having said that, let's give full credit to the curator. It looks a very good surface, Amir. When Sri Lanka batted and now when Bangladesh bats, it hasn't misbehaved. The ball has been coming onto the bat quite nicely. The batters have enjoyed anything offline with pace on. Haven't really struggled too much against spin either. Another single, 8 runs in the over. At the end of 20, it's 102 for 3.
सारा देश आज शोक मना रहा है। राजीव गांधी के हत्यारे अभी पकड़े नहीं गए हैं।
फौरन एक स्पेशल टीम तैयार करो और इस टीम को किसी भी तरह के दबाव से दूर रखो।
मैंने बॉम्बर आइडेंटिफाई
Right, that's the rest of the batters. There's Shamim. Still early days for him. Zakir. And then, of course, you're down to the bowlers. So Bangladesh will need a partnership at this stage to try and build a platform where they'll try to build on. Change of bowling. Velalage bowling from the opposite end. So the skipper is just mixing it around the bowling resources. Vanidu Asaranga just bowled 4 overs, none for 18. Velalage into his 4th.
No, as a bowler, he doesn't give you lollies, that's for sure. Velalage on the money most of the times.
Starting to enjoy the dinner. It's dinner time. Now long on comes into the circle to save 1. Long off goes out. That's a deep mid-wicket and a deep backward square leg. You hear that grunt every time Punit Velalage bowls. Real effort, the real grunt from him. They're not just enjoying the cricket, but enjoying seeing themselves on the giant screen. However brief it may be, they're enjoying the brief moment of visibility. It's a good comeback. 3 singles only. The over. He will want to finish strong. Down the track, down to long off, taken at long off. Velalage strikes. Janit Lianage, he hasn't dropped anything in the series. He catches on again. Holds on to a catch. Bangladesh lose a big wicket, which I think was unnecessary in the context of the game. That was beautifully bowled.
Yeah, never allowed the batter to get underneath that one, to get that elevation to clear Velalage, who is safe as houses wherever he feels. He's a good catcher. High five. Aren't they loving it? To see the back of Bangladeshi captain, Mehdi Hasan Miraj, who played well for his 28. It's 105 for 4.
TNT Sports, powered by Canterbury.
So you want the confidence to hit that high note. Here's how. Get the Harry's starter set. Get our trim and razor, shave gel and travel cover with 30% off and free delivery. With our razor, even your 8th shave will be as smooth as your first. Its 5 German-engineered blades are our sharpest yet. Now with your newfound confidence, that high note is there for the taking. Harry's. Feel good, fellas.
TNT Sports, powered by Canterbury.
Shamim Hussain is in as the troubles continue for Bangladesh into his 6th match. It's the 55 runs, lot to work on his batting. Come in at a position of strife for Bangladesh. It's really having problems trying to build up partnerships and throwing the wickets away at the wrong time.
I understand the thinking, Shamim, but his execution was wrong. He was trying to hit it straight down the ground. Now Velalage is trying to spin it away from the right hander. I would think inside out, more towards extra cover would have been the option. Because he's trying to hit it straight down, he slices it. And Janit Lianage was very wide at long on. That's a big wicket, in fact. Bangladesh could not afford a mistake at that point. They were just getting that momentum again.
It's hit pretty hard, but then again, once again, the superb work in the field.
Now, why that is specialist, that's Hasaranga. He couldn't move. He's been struggling with a hamstring injury, but he throws himself. Gets it in one hand, and Ridoy has to get the dive out.
Yes, just about. And that wasn't too far either from the stumps. Excellent work and a good dive too.
Yellow card, you reckon, in football for that dive?
Well, no one near him to trip him, so no chance of a yellow card. But good work from this man.
When he's limping around, sometimes you wonder if he's actually injured because he comes up with stuff like that.
Well, the Sri Lankan fans delighted. This very assertive performance. Now, a little juggle, a little misfield allows that run to be taken.
Edge of the turf, edge of the square. It's always rough and it changes pace. But no excuses. A fielder there generally is aware of these factors and changes that can happen.
Very, very difficult period of play here for Bangladesh. Required run rate now 6.24. 4 wickets down. Odi Live has been a touch out of sorts, except for 100 recently. Before that and after that, haven't been scoring too many runs.
I thought his half century in the previous game, the second ODI, was well constructed, played against his character of taking chances.
And he was very unfortunate to be run out when he just seemed to be opening up. And you're right, against his character showed a lot of resilience.
That's what you want, right?
Absolutely.
To be able to adjust to situations, and even today, to see a different Ridoy, not the carefree Ridoy.
Very, very watchful. Shamim Hussain needs to stay there. Should understand what is required from the Bangladeshi perspective after that little partnership that you're mentioning of 40 plus. Medias and Miraj, who seem to be easing into his innings. Just hold out into the deep. Can play big shots, Shamim Hussain, but got to be wary. You get a good ball, you pay respect to it. Play the ball to its merit. That's the way to go at the moment.
You mentioned the required run rate, Shamim. 6.3 these days, batsmen do back themselves, isn't it? Even a 10 come the last few overs, more often than not they get it. But of course you don't want it to get there, you want to have it under control. But I still feel they just need a partnership. Bangladesh need to get a partnership together till about the 35th over. Then you see what you can do from there. Another wicket here, you lose those options available to you. This is good. That's the way to do it. 109 for 4.
Well, I think Professor Hussain Imon, the manner in which he got out trying to sweep, got out at deep mid-wicket, and Miraj was trying to go over the top. Shots that could have been avoided.
But you look at those two partnerships, 42, 43, so they've done the hard work and they're starting to capitalize. One of those partnerships needed to go on. Starts and stalling again is the big problem that Bangladesh are facing at the moment.
Yeah, and not the first time. I think that has happened in the past. The shackles. Please, to have a standout performance, that deep, let the other batters bat around him. But the bowling has been very, very impressive from all the Sri Lankan bowlers. Hardly given an opportunity. Every time Bangladesh have just seemed to be breaking the shackles. They just managed to hold out.
Oh yes, buddy, ball it, Machan.
Impressive.
Now look at how wide Janit Lienege is at mid-off. And that's because when you try to hit a left-arm spinner down the ground, it turns a bit, it grips a bit, it goes wider than usual. That's a well-worked-out field, and Medias and Miraj played exactly into the hands of the Sri Lankans. Go on. Oh, just short. Chipped it back almost. And again, dot balls, building pressure. 110 for 4.
वन भूमि पर बिना इजाजत की बनी झोपड़ियों को पुलिस तोड़ने जा रही है।
हम लोगों को जमीन चाहिए।
Intelligence report have stated that the strike is supported by the Maoist groups.
बॉडी में से जो बुलेट हमें मिली इस राइफल से फायर हुई है। मेरी राइफल है। गुनहगार सिर्फ मैं नहीं।
Say pretty much even Stevens. Bangladesh had a couple of runs lead, but it needed some performance like that of Kusal Mendes to be replicated from the Bangladeshi batters. That's a good looking shot. Got him 4 runs for that effort.
Hasaranga change of ends introduced, but that was all about footwork. Shamim. Look at how well he backs away quickly onto that back foot to create that space. That's what you need. That's what you want to see from this pair.
Every time he's closer, the length to the batter tend to be hurried into their shots. Whenever he's shot, gives that opportunity to adjust and play more powerful shots.
Pointed out the fact that Sri Lanka were also there and thereabouts at this stage. But this was the stage that Asalanka came into the wicket. And the partnership was built on a lot of singles, constantly rotating the strike. The opportunities come for boundaries.
They're just comparing the manner in which Sri
done to himself. If I was the umpire, I would have missed that LBW shout. I'll tell you why. Because your eyes would go to Hasaranga and how he's hopping around. Well, they've reviewed.
Decision is not out. I have checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on, please? Ball is close to the bat. Need to confirm through all tries, please. keep rolling, keep rolling. Freeze it here. I can see there is a spike and ball next to the bat and no gap between bat and ball. Go back to on field. Ravi, stay with your original decision. Stand by. You're on screen, please signal.
Well, all reviews are gone here. Getting a little excited. The captain followed suit. Went with the bowler and the keeper. Inside edge. Review lost.
I would have been distracted by Hasaranga.
Well, all review.
I would have been distracted by Hasaranga.
He's coming back with a good delivery. He's coming back with a good delivery.
Breaks inside.
Bangladesh showed signs of trying to get control to reach that 286, but it's been a regular fall of wickets that have pegged them back. Hasn't been easy. The bowling has been tight and accurate. But as I was telling you, Russ, a short while earlier, no real gremlins in the pitch per se, so they can trust the wicket.
Oh, certainly not. Only quality bowlers will get something out of this pitch. If it's a part-timer getting something, then you have things to worry about. But here, it is in the batter's favor, you'd have to say. It's just that the runs and the pressure is what makes you make mistakes as a batsman.
And that's what you've got to keep on telling yourself as you go and get the runs, maybe in singles and twos. Do not try anything out of the ordinary. There will be opportunities for you as a batter.
Ridoy not happy at all. Shamim apologizing. Stay calm. Bangladesh need to. Oh, there was an easy single which Shamim did not respond to.
Well, did it get a bit of bottom edge to that? It bounced away. Couple of balls back. Have a look at what happened. He was ready for the run. And, well, both of them seemed to be ready. And then suddenly, the misunderstanding. Eventually, well, might as well take it.
Is it common among Shamims?
No. Not with all Shamims.
You were a good runner between the wickets.
I just avoid running.
Oh, you don't run at all, so no confusion.
No confusion. 121 for 4.
मौजूद अब तो भाव आशु 14 साल के बाद आजाद होकर घर आया।
आशु था, लेकिन हमारे गैंग में नहीं था वो। सिर्फ गैंग का जोकर था वो।
तुम्हें गुस्सा नहीं आया?
नहीं, मैचमेंट को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाने के लिए करता था ना। ये बोलता था ना हमेशा मैच से फियर, नो नीड टू फियर।
आशु जितना मासूम है, उतना खतरनाक भी है।
मैं जेल में था तब वो वापस कॉलेज ज्वाइन किया।
वापस मतलब?
असल में राक्षस है वो, सबके लिए खोपड़ी।
Well, the Worms have been in close proximity of each other, but the feel of the game tells you that Sri Lanka have a reasonably good control over the proceedings at this moment. It's going to be quite a difficult task for Bangladesh to go and cross that 286. It's going to take a monumental effort from these two in particular. They are very capable. Just a question of being patient.
Well, what a good time for a new hero to pop up. Ridoy, we know what he can do. It's about him really asserting his dominance, his place as the number 4 for Bangladesh. And then Shamim in his 6th game, 6th innings, a high score of 22. Here we go. Time for a new hero, probably.
You've said it, Russ, and you never know. When the opportunity arises, they say grab it with both hands. This might be one for Shamim Hussain Patwari.
In 4 dots, Shamim. It's always when those dots build that loose shot has come out. Your ability to keep milking the bowlers will be the difference.
Now that's an opportunity to at least get one run. Just going back to the point you made about the manner in which Hridoy played in the last ODI, it's continued in the same vein. If he just takes it easy and just bides his time, do not get flustered by a collection of dot balls or a single here and there. Don't be forced into shots of indiscretion. Toin at it, doesn't get a run. 26 done, 122 for 4.
सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर हमारी नई टीम इंडिया।
तूने किए क्या क्या जुल्म, तुझको भी ना छोड़ेंगे हम कसम।
कसम से इस बार ग्राउंड उनका होगा,
लेकिन जीत हमारी होगी।
इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 3rd टेस्ट 10 जुलाई दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
Just a little dip for the green worm. A dip they want to avoid too sharply. They want to keep there or thereabouts with the blue worm.
Yeah, the reason for the dip, those heavy green balls that you find here and there.
And they've occurred on a regular basis, the wickets falling. This is nice. You just ease into your first run, understanding there. Get your feet moving every time you're running well between the wickets and talking to your partner. That gives you some confidence.
Now here's the difference with Wellalage, a wrist spinner or finger spinner is easier to pick. So the batter